starting my day up here in Master Control, but I'm going to shortly head to the MDH, where they're shooting more CNC training, I can only imagine. And I'm going to head down there and kind of try and be quiet a little bit, but check out a new Pelco and I think a Vicom PTZ camera mounts for the outside, kind of like their weather camera, hiding way down there. But I don't think we have the controllers, but we have the camera housings. So we've got something to take a look at. And while I'm here, I might as well check them out, see if I can figure out what the connectors are, what do we need, and put together kind of a parts list. So, to the MDH. So I went up to the MDH and I found both, actually there's two Pelco cameras, and there's this, Vicom? I don't know, Vicom, that's fine. And I decided to pick this one to start with because, well, it has a camera in it already, haha! So it already has some of the parts I need, as well as a zoom head, and, you know, I figure it's all there. The other Pelco that's about this size doesn't have the camera, doesn't have the lens in it, so yeah, I'm not really certain what to do there. So I figure, what the heck, I'll start with this one and see what I can do. So I brought it down into robotics, or storage, or whatever we're calling this right now. And so it's connected, it's now clamped to this table, because I found, just playing with the robot camera, that these the motors in these tend to have pretty good torque to them, so I don't want it falling off the desk. That would be a bad day, I think. So anyways, inside of here, we got a Vicom camera, a VC2820A, and it looks to be just like a standard security camera hookup, maybe 24 volt AC, and just a standard B and C out. Up here, a computer, okay, TV zoom lens, what, V10 Z1618 AMS, 16 to 160 millimeters. So that's going to be important, because looking around inside, I can see I've got one cable which looks to be power, maybe. It goes from auto iris. Okay, so this is the auto iris cable that connects to the camera. Okay, cool. And then I've got a second cable here, which comes from there back to here, and then comes into this area here, and I'm not really certain what's happening there. I've got this gray cable here that actually comes out the back, that looks like it might be kind of sharing some terminal rings with the connection from the camera, but you know, it could be partly, who knows. What are you? I don't know what that is. I have no idea what this guy is. Fuse, maybe? Piezo? No, heater? Might be a heater. That's probably actually what it is. It's probably a heater to keep the camera warm. Yeah, because there's a second one right here on this, and then there's another heater right there. So I'm going to go with heater, or temperature, maybe. I don't know. And then I have another cable here that comes out the front, or not. Thought it came. It actually goes down into here. That might be for Mr. Windshield Wiper, maybe. But why two? And two substantial ones, and it comes out the back. So, no, it doesn't. It does not come out the back. Whoa! It does not come out the back. Huh. Oh, that might be windshield washer fluid? Maybe? Possibly? Could it be? It'd be the first one I've ever seen. Maybe. I can't imagine it being that sophisticated, but it does come to this, what seems to be somewhat hollow reservoir. Does that open up somehow? Oh, there's another plug piece right there. I don't know. Anyways, so I've got it here. Really, I'm probably going to start playing with this actual cable here, which goes into this base. And, you know, it's been rubberized, or it's been covered in rubber cementing material. Maybe because it broke, I don't know. More likely than not, that's what happened. And instead of taking the cable apart and remaking it. They just put Gorilla Glue all over it. Unfortunately, not as uncommon as you think. Alright, well, I'm going to take a look at it. I'll be back. One other thing I just saw is there's actually a maker's plate, or maker's label in this one. MDL V800. Is it 800? No, 8000 HCHB. So, and you guys can see the rest of it there. I don't know if that means anything. I don't know what that's in reference to. Is that the case? Is that the system? There's also a system schematic right here. And I can see, focus, hello, thank you. I can see that the camera is a 24 volt, probably AC system. There's a couple heaters in there, blower. Well, that's good. That's going to come in handy. Is there any identification information? Not really. Okay, well. Okay, well, there's something. There's some, at least that's more than what I had a minute ago. Okay, I'm going to keep playing at it. So once I got set down, I got the cable disconnected. Boom, nothing big there. But I did find this. It's a Vicom, or let's just go Vicom. That sounds cool. V330APT base. So that's fun. It's also like an amp. I would almost say the connector here. It's a plastic, like a plastic amp, circular connector. It's locking and whatnot. Yeah. I might be able to just reuse this. I don't know. But you know, I'm wondering if this is a standard. I'm gonna have to break out my laptop and do some research. But I think I saw the same kind of connector on the Pelco. So that leads me to believe that that might be the case. So there we go. So far, I'm gonna do a little research and see if I can find anything out about this guy, and see if I can figure out what maybe this pinout is, and maybe put some power to it. I don't know. So after a little bit of playing with the camera mount, I found the spec doc, and then I created my own AutoCAD drawing of the cable here that was provided. Ending there. And I've come to the conclusion, by reading the first statement of the manual, that this is a 24 volt AC driven camera mount, which might be a problem for me. I don't really think I have that many 24 volt power supplies around. I'm gonna poke around a bit, but yeah, there might be a problem there. I mean, I need a 24 volt transformer. It's not that they don't exist, and we do have a pretty big one, but we integrated it into the security system a year and a half ago. So I'd need another one to just be able to see if I could get this to turn. Oh well, we'll see. I'm going to poke around, because I mean, I've got power supplies and whatnot behind me. I'm going to see if I've got anything there that can help. So I got it to work. I rummaged around in the back over there, and I actually found a little power supply. This, we've been using these places where we can't get power from the knock, as well as, what the heck did I do? I think I set this thing to bloom out. I don't know how I did that to my camera. I'm going to try and fix it. I'm not sure what I did there. Still, anyways, I found one of these. This is a little power supply we use when we can't get from power from the knock or whatever, as well as prototype and installation, focusing, and blah 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 blah. But it's just a little 24 volt, 40 VA. Now, I'm no electrician. I don't know what that means. So if you know, comment below, please. Let me know what that means. But it runs this camera around just fine. So we now have that running, and I mean, it's simple controls. I mean, we're literally talking about relays. Boom, it goes right. You know, you want it to go left. Oh, what's left? Pan left is yellow, Bill. You want it to go right. Violet. Where's violet? So just grab violet. Bam, a relay. Boom. and it'll just start twisting. So it's pretty bare bones easy to move the camera. You know, that's only half the picture. I mean, now I got to figure out how to actually work the guts of this and talk to that guy there. But for the most part, that's part of it at least. And I know we have more of these bases around, and I wonder if they're as straightforward as this one has been for that. And if we do, it might come down to figuring out what type of connector this is. I found the spec for this unit itself, not the camera piece, but just the head online by just searching for, you know, those two pieces, the Vicom I don't know, V330APT. I found the installation and maintenance and whatnot installation manual relatively easily, but I don't know that it actually says what type of connector this is. I think it says it's an Amphenol, and it does give tools for assembly and pulling the pins out. So you'd think, right? Maybe I can find it through that. I don't know. Okay, well, I played around with it, and that's good. Now on to, boom, the connector. What is this? Well, it's a amp plastic circular connector. Pretty common, pretty reasonably inexpensive. Well, is there a part number from amp right embossed there? No, but you can see, maybe you can. I don't know if it'll focus. If it'll focus in on it. You can see right aside from the, come on, focus on this. You can see it says amp right there. There you go. Right in the connector. So they're amp connectors. It's a two-part connector. One being the top piece where you have all the actual pins, and then you have the housing piece, or the strain relief, or the cable clamp, or whatever you want to call it. So you need to have both of these parts, and then they get you on a third thing, which is the actual pins. The pins typically will end up being crimp pins, which sucks for us, because that means we'll have to crimp them and put them in if we want to build our own cable. So that's unfortunate, and I would, of course, prefer, you know, not to have to deal with that, but I don't think there's another game in town to work with. So for the Vicom guy, we have to go Amphenol or amp plastic connectors. Now, I found a part number. I actually looked online. It looks like the connector itself is part number 206037-1 for a size 17 16 position cable mount. So that's the connector, and then actually the housing part is, I had to find another sheet from the same place. Circular cable clamps for size 17 206070-1. So this bottom one here, that's the parts we need to make this cable. Now we may be able to reuse this connector. Wow, sorry about that. We may be able to reuse this connector. I'm not sure why they gooped the crap out of it. It might be it leaked, or they wanted to make sure it wouldn't come loose. I don't know. It's very odd to me. Anyways, but if we want to make a new cable that gets it, you know, far enough away, we're probably going to need a new one of these, or a few of them. So that's the Vicom. Now I need to look at some other ones if I can. Well, with the help of Edmund, I got the other Pelco down here, and well, this one just seemed to have had a rougher life, but I think we can squeeze some more life out of them. It's kind of interesting. It's full of ladybug or wood beetle or whatever remains throughout the entire electronics. I don't really know any more about this one. I was looking for model numbers and whatnot, but I'm really not seeing anything that like grabs my attention. This is kind of interesting. That connector there I've seen on other Sony cameras, so, or at least on the Sony control unit. So maybe there was a Sony camera in here at some point, because there's a nice, right there's a nice remote, you know, whatever, remote cable as well. But that looks to be maybe power, because it's running, I don't know, I'm guessing here, because it's running over to here to pick up, to connect in here. And it seems kind of cobbled together, which fills me with so much much fear. But anyways, can we manually rotate this thing? I could not find a maker plate anywhere on... Oh, there it is. There's one. Where is it? Can't see it. It's so shiny. Let me see if I can rotate this around and get a better look at it. Nope, what I thought was a maker plate is just a shiny bit of metal. Maybe they patched it to keep it from... Anyways, still haven't seen a maker plate anywhere on the mount to give me an idea give me an idea when this was made or what model number it is. Oh, here we got a Pelco label that is worn to the point where it no longer says what it is. Okay, well, I don't know. If you know, comment below. But as of right now, this is Palco Mount X to me, so I don't really know anything. Guess it's time to just read up on generic Palco mounts. So, with the Pelco, I think what I'm dealing with is a Pelco PT 2500 series. I mean, that picture looks pretty darn close to that over there. And now, I mean, pictures can be misleading, but at the same time, it has the right words, heavy duty pan tilt, and whatnot. So I looked through it, and actually I think I'm on something for the connector. What actually I need is a Amphenol 205-839-3. It's a 17 size shell with 28 pins. You can see the cost there, I guess. But I also, to go along with that, I'm going to need the back shell, which I don't see on this page. Well, I'll need the back shell. Just like with the other Amphenol, I'll need the back shell part here to complete a cable and make something up nice if I want to move it around. That's off Mauser, so Mauser... yeah, so they have one right there, actually. You can see 2050702 wait, 20670-8 for the cable clamp to bring that all together. I don't know if you have to buy pins. Normally you don't, but maybe you do. That would be my luck. I'd have to get the connectors and need pins. So I'll have to look into that. But so I think that's at least what I need to get connected over there. I think I can still play around with it while I'm here, maybe. Well, so that's my day. I did a little rummaging around in the electronics lab, and I did find some Amphenol connectors, or amp connectors, and they were close to this, but it's just not exactly what we need. Also, it looks like you need to get the pins separately. So, and these are actually sockets. I don't know if it'll focus and you can see that. These are sockets, and those are pins there. And it looks like that kind of carries on down here as well. And now this is a 26 pin Amphenol, I think 17 shell size. So anyways, so I didn't find anything to help me get this running, and I think I need to read the manual a little bit more. I don't know exactly what it is, but I gotta imagine it's a 24 volt AC driven thing. Just like this one and that one gotta be similar, I think. Maybe. I could be completely wrong, but I don't know. Maybe I could learn something from this board. I don't know. Just kind of looking at it. I'm not seeing any transformers, but I'm not, unless that's what that is. I'm not certain. I don't know. I'm running out of like my electrical knowledge, but if you see anything there that makes you think, oh, okay, there's a 24 volt transformer somewhere in there, then by all means, let me know. There's also another section down here, which I don't really know. Well, it does say 110 volt there, because they make a 110 volt version of this Pelco base, and then they make a 24 volt version of it, and a DC version. So options be good, but right now options be bad. So, but that's it for today. I'm wrapping it up. I'm going to take off, and I got a little bit of research to do yet on this thing here, how it works. But if it's all voltage controls, then we just need to build a relay board and probably power it, control it somehow. I don't know. I mean, we have all that PLC equipment over there. So, see ya.